I apparently just decided to accidentally hit the wrong button and cut my stream, because apparently Control F9 is not just the only thing that can turn it off. And I had the light level overlay on. So here I am, RLCraft. It is really dangerous. It can kill me, and it will. First thing you gotta do is pick up these little rocks. Can't do anything with them yet. Pick them enough, you can turn them into the block that they're associated with, sandstone, andesite, granite. But that's not how you get your first tool. I have to find some gravel, which in any Minecraft world, the best way to do that is to float around these rivers. Now the downside is that I also need sticks. You can only get them in the beginning by breaking leaves and hoping they spawn. Ah, there we go. And the only way you can pick things up is by right-clicking or holding shift. Now I can't, as I said, I can't do anything with them yet. I've got to find gravel, because I need flint. Flint is where you're going to make your first tools out of. And in the process of finding flint, you pray and pray and pray that nothing's going to come out and kill you, which is a very real possibility. There's some gravel, but that's too deep. I call this similar to Dark Souls. There's some gravel that's not so deep, because in Dark Souls you're expected to die a lot. In this, you're expected to die a lot. And when you die, there we go. When you die, you have a like 10,000 by 10,000 range to and I did that by right-clicking. Now when I get a knife, the cool part about this knife is that I don't have to go hunting for gravel anymore. Just right-click it with the shield slot and you get flint. Now I need to find some grass, and again, pray, and nothing's gonna come out and kill me. So far, I'm not really seeing much. There's the only real negative monster I've seen so far. And yes, there are negatives, there are positives. The family world I play on, we play on peaceful, and it's still hard because things like dragons still exist. Now, what I'm doing is getting these plant fibers with the knife, and that gives you string. And you use the string to get a hatchet. I now have a hatchet. Now I can chop down trees. And I say trees, plural, because, well, there's this mod called Dynamic Trees that allows you to just chop it down like any normal tree. You break it, and it falls over. And all the stuff falls out, and you just wait till it does that. Now to make a crafting bench, just right-click with the hatchet on the top of a block, and oh, I forgot. So another thing you gotta manage while you're in this one is you have to manage your food, your thirst, your temperature. Like I was goofing around with some settings earlier, and I found that like a zone up high that really like took the cake. Can I make a shovel? Nope, I don't have enough rock. Broke that, but as long as you've got a stick, you make it again. So now I should, if I had enough sticks. I'm right-clicking, by the way, to make them. It's the early way of getting sticks. Sorry, my brain's not all here. Should probably get more coffee, but I'm streaming and don't want to stop streaming. Now, the first thing I should do is run away from seeing when I see titles, as in I saw what looked like a player name above a monster's head. You see those? You go the opposite direction. What I should really do is literally just dig into the side of something and just make a temporary hidey hole And I say temporary because a lot of this game is based around exploration and hiding, while it allows you to survive, is not conducive to advancement. In order to advance, you have to fight, you have to survive in the same thread. So now that I've got all this, my first idea is to get a door. Always get a door. It may not survive long, but it's still better protection than just having an open hole. Boom, door. And I even can see through it. And I got all these rocks, which I can turn into, say, their component parts. I can't really do much with them right now, but if I continue making my hidey hole a little bigger, then I can make a furnace. Now, the one thing I noticed playing on my own server with my family is the torches that you can make in the beginning are not very good. You have to be able to keep them lit with a flint and steel or matches, and since the only way to get paper that I've seen early game is using birch trees, and I'm in a jungle biome, this is going to be interesting. So I've got that. I have the ability to make torches, but I do not have the ability to light torches. So what I need to do is make a chest, and then I'm going to have to go explore. I don't need a lot of storage right now. I'm going to need a spare knife. You always keep a spare knife. While I'm here, right now skills and this are your best friends. But the skills, you can't really do much with until you get experience, as I block myself in. And without experience, let me double check the paper, make sure that, yeah, sugarcane and birchwood. And so my next bet would be flint and steel. And I'm a little far away from being able to get flint and steel. Oh, what am I doing? What I should have been doing is, now that I've got all this stuff, I have what I need to start making stone tools. And that's what I should do, because stone tools are superior to flint tools. Flint tools. Can't talk. And it's going to take a little bit of mining, but it is so much better than the speed of flint. Now, can I make a stone knife? Nope, it looks like the next tier is well, I think the next tier is iron for the crafting knives. I can make stone weapons, but I'm going to stick to the vanilla side right now, because reasons. It's easier to stick to the vanilla side because it doesn't require the extra materials that the mods that add extra weapons require. Okay. So now I should be able to make a stone sword. Always keep that knife on you, because that way if something bad happens, you have the ability to start from scratch. Now, as I said, this is going to be a I'm going to die a lot server, or service, or stream. Oh. Well, thank you, ZymerTrax1. I will definitely keep that in mind. I'm still tweaking some of my settings. I can also just be talking softly, and I can talk a little bit louder. I have Spotify chiptune already going on in the background because it is royalty free, but I do appreciate it and I will check it out. Oh, that's a skeleton, and it's almost night. This is going to be fun. What I need is to kill these sheep. Hope that I get enough wool to survive the night, or I can get enough plant twine to make a bed. I think that should be what I do. And hope that the bed is what will save my spawn. Okay, okay. Oh, forgot. It's then string and then wool. And yes, that is a valid thing you can do, but I'm like one short. One short. Let's see. Oh, there goes my first one. That's why I always carry a spare. It's very weak stuff. Okay. That should be everything I need to get myself a bed. Except for maybe more wood. Yay. Oh, I got lucky there. You get the equivalent of 1 to 4, I think, when you use the hatchet. So I got lucky with that. Sweet. Okay, so hopefully that saved my spawn. No guarantees. And I'm thirsty, which is going to prove problematic because any water you drink from that isn't purified, which this isn't purified, will give you the equivalent of eating rotten flesh for the thirst bar. So I'm fully satiated with thirst, but I have... It ticks down faster. So I need to kind of explore, see what's here, maybe move on now that I've got upgraded tools. But what I really need is to find something that'll give me paper. Now the downside is that I can't get sugarcane until I have like level 4 in farming, and I can't do that without experience, so I'm gonna have to kill things. Or I'm going just to have to find birch. Which, knowing my luck, if I find birch, I am going to be way too far to even be able to find my base. Okay, nothing here. I feel like I'm going to be... I am, like, risking death just coming this far. I'm not seeing anything, except maybe a jungle temple. Okay, maybe go the other direction. I don't know. Going to have to look around. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll find exposed iron ore. Because I feel like I am now sitting in a spot that can go that goes one of two ways. I'm either going to advance or I'm not. And I'm hoping that I don't die because the copy world that I have of this to tinker with. What is that? Oh, I'm glad I moved. And that looks like bone, and that looks like something that's gonna kill me. Okay, following the coast. Well, I see coal. That can certainly help, and doesn't hurt. And it can give me experience that I need to continue. So maybe it'll give me enough to proceed. Don't know, but it looks like there's ice, which means now I can also get cold. That's never fun. Never fun. Okay, but it looks like a pretty decent vein. currently no real enemies that I can see, and I probably just jinxed myself. I will say this, getting back is going to be tricky. Okay. You gotta turn up the volume a little bit. Okay. So now I'm just mining. Exploring mining. Don't know really how to fill the void of talking right now. I'm just silently praying that I don't die, but I'm getting incredibly lucky with this start. Because every other version I've played, every single one, I did not survive long. But cool. Actually, I just realized something. It says I can't break the block with itself. I wonder if I could break what's underneath a sugarcane in order to have it break and end up in my inventory. Because if that's the case, my oh, I need to get out of here soon. I'm gonna be hypothermic. See, I can't break that, but can I break that? Yes! Oh, I found a workaround. Found the workaround, but now I need to get out of this biome before I start dying. Because I do not have any warm clothes whatsoever. Not a one. Because that's another thing I've got to manage. I've got to manage my freaking internal body temperature and hope the sky does not travel. Well, he's not actively visible, so I wonder where he went. Well, maybe he just despawned. Okay. And I'm still appearing to be suffering from that cold temperature. I could fix that here shortly. Got me some unlit torches. Now, matches. Yep. Oaks, I need wood slabs, which means I need wood. Guess what? I don't have right now. So get us some wood. Chop down some trees. And welcome to the stream. I don't have any user trackers, but it does appear that somebody is watching, so thank you. Please support, please like, please share. Just anything will help. New streamer, and I am trying not to die currently. I don't know if I'm just getting incredibly lucky or if jungle biomes are glitchy, but there's been very little out here to kill me so far. And I probably just jinxed it. Be prepared. It's gonna happen. I'm just surprised it hasn't happened yet. Okay, I've got quite a bit of wood, so I can come up here and chop me some wood and make me some slabs, which will give me a matchbox, which is what I need to continue, because I can't go mining without some form of light. What was I doing? Torches, and then I need that. Even though I can't farm it, I can break the block underneath it, and I got myself some torches. Now I can light up my base. Let's clear up the ceiling a little bit. Fill in the those holes in the back, because you don't want it too big, because you don't want it to have the ability of enemies to spawn inside. And then I can start a mine to try and upgrade my tools, or at least to get the experience I need to upgrade my tools. Oh, it's a 4x4. This is gonna bug me, but I can fix it later. Or 4x5 it looks like. Oh, I can fix that now. Dirt. There we go. As I just got done filling in this area, I'm like, oh, nope, gotta open it up. I'm a little peculiar about my building tastes. I think I got it too much from Direwolf 20. I love odd numbers. I like having that center block. So I'm not like Green. I can't do asymmetrical. I have to be symmetrical. And now I need to get myself more torches and ladders. Okay, got plenty of torches. Now the best way to mine is using ladders. So that's what I'm going to do. And once I get iron, I'll be able to translate my wood into planks and sticks a lot more efficiently. But right now, this is all I got. Okay. Oh, this is so slow. Yeah, but once I get you know, leather, wool, not wool, iron, and the experience I need to level up, which I'm currently saving right now because you don't want to use it unless you absolutely need it. Granted, when you die, you keep your skills, but you don't keep your experience. So you should also use it as quickly as possible. That way, it's not gone forever. I've learned this one the hard way. So maybe when I get over 10 levels of experience, I'll start placing it in certain skill sets to try and give me that edge. Ooh, 15. I wish I knew my Y level. And it's not telling me. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to ballpark it. Clear my inventory. Eat something. Go get me some water. And then spend the night and go mining. And by the way, to drink from any body of water before you have the ability to purify, you need to hold shift and then right click. And if it doesn't nothing happens, just keep doing it until, you know, the animation starts. Okay. Some food going while I'm gone. I think we can get going. Okay, let's get my matchbook on my thing. There we go. And then, here we go. I usually put torches every 5 levels or so. It's unnecessary, really, because mobs can't spawn on a vertical surface. But I like it because it's aesthetically pleasing. And because I like seeing down my mine shaft. Especially when I started doing branch mining. Because that's what I'm going to start doing once I've gotten over here. Because now, even though I've run out of ladders, I can start branch mining, which will allow me to see if I'm deep enough for any sort of ores. If I'm deep enough for any sort of ores, that will advance my tools, maybe even give me armor. And then once I've gotten what I feel like is enough prep, you know, ranged weapons, close weapons, armor and such, I'll go find a more agreeable biome. Because right now, I'm fairly limited in the jungle biome. Okay, let's get rolling. First branch. I am literally wanting to facepalm right now because I wasn't paying attention to my pickaxe. Thankfully, I have plenty of wood and stone to repair it, or at least give me a new one. okay. Maybe make myself a new axe in the process. Put this stuff away. Now that nymph, in my experience, is a passive positive monster. Gives you regeneration. There are ones that will attack you, and they all spawn. They're all variants of each other, so the variants will can still damage you. But I am deep enough, and that's why I was saving it. I'm deep enough for iron, but I don't have the... Now I can. It's like, while I felt like I was at least moderately safe, I was trying to save my experience in order to use it as necessary. If I wasn't feeling as safe, I would start just throwing it into random skills and hoping I can use it in the near future. So now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I do it every 5, even though I've done the math and you can actually do torches every 7. I don't trust torches that will extinguish over time. In order to get the vanilla torches, the ones that don't go out, you actually need to go to the nether. You need glowstone in order to do it. You will wrap hole around some with glowstone, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll become a vanilla torch, which will never go out. Once I feel like I've got a decent enough amounts of iron, then I'm going to... Oh, too soon. Wrong button. What was I saying? I'm going to just upgrade my tools, although I can't yet. Because in order to upgrade the tools, you need mining level 8. Basically, each level for every skill is like on the 8s. So to use an iron sword, I need attack level 8. To use iron armor, you need defense level 8. Which is why when you mine, the best thing you can find are deposits like this. That way, you get the experience. And the legend is back. I'm a legend? Well, thank you. Yeah, I went to college and, a bunch of other things. Just didn't feel like I had the time, or I was just really too tired to stream. I've been trying to come back. Like last weekend, I forgot. This weekend, I was going to stream yesterday, but again, long story, just didn't feel up to it. And then I saw how popular RLCraft is, and I figured RLCraft, it should be an interesting challenge, and I'm shocked that I haven't died yet. Yeah, it's a long, complicated life stuff, but I'm trying to stream more regularly. I even got new software. Hopefully it makes it better. Apparently I was having a struggle getting a stable stream out of OBS. This seems to be working amazing for people who don't know all the nitty-gritty of AV. Hey, more iron. That's what I need. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I do the, Oh yeah, I probably still have that saved somewhere. I haven't played Fallout 4 in a while. I tried 76, but yeah, that did not last very long. I think I got to level 20 before I'm just like, screw it. It just felt very... I don't know, strained. It was very hard to get into, even when I was playing with my family. Oh, I'm starting to get cold. That is probably not the direction I want to go in. I do not have any warm weather gear. Yes, as I said, I may not have been streaming, but I've been collecting everything I need to at least hopefully improve my stream. And you should have seen me about a couple months ago. I had full face beard going. Trimmed it down about a month ago. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to save space there by putting those down to the base blocks. Now let's get me some iron so I can get some proper purified water. I can't think right now. I have not had enough coffee, and I'm not. It's already the afternoon. Now, I don't have enough experience to get myself the ability to use iron tools yet, so my first priority is just to, yes, coffee is the best. Like, see, coffee, empty. Let's go get me some purified water. It is such an awesome feeling when you're playing RLCraft and you walk out and the only thing you see is a nymph. Damn, you drink coffee at night? You're braver than I. It's still pretty early. Well, not early. It's early afternoon for me. But I'm usually drinking coffee till about 4 p.m. If I drink coffee after 4 p.m., I have problems. Got too many things going wrong with my body to try to do things like that right now. Cool part is that even though I do not have the skill to use iron tools like axes and swords and such, I do have the ability to make an iron tool, which will make making wood so much simpler. Okay. And I'm still amazed that I haven't died yet. Like, in my personal worlds, I have died like 7 days from Sunday right now. Awesome. Now I can move that so I can get myself a double chest. Okay. Probably need more pickaxes, because right now the best way, the safest way to get the experience I need is honestly mining and smelting. I have found that even if you automate the smelter using hoppers, it's best to do anything and everything until you've got an automated way to get experience by let's see, should I get that? What should I get? Like, the skill points don't really do anything for you other than give you the ability to use the next gen items. So that's why it's kind of like, what do I spend it on? Hey, water! Okay, I'm going to stick it here because I plan on putting myself an infinite water source right there. But the only way to drink it out of the bucket is to place it on the ground, which I find is hilarious. Oh, I need more. And what color is that temperature thing? I can't tell if that's green or yellow. Oh, as long as I don't start getting too hot or too cold, I'm happy. But oh, what the heck just hit me? Oh god, that was terrifying. Did I just pick up poo? I think I just picked up poo. Ironically, I play Minecraft a lot. I just don't stream it. I have to be in a particular mindset and energy level, because if you don't remember, I'm physically disabled. Okay, so that is poop. I can't say that it's the only Swedish game I played because I've honestly have no idea what games are Swedish or not. This is the only obvious one. But I play a lot of games. Minecraft is literally the one game I play a lot of. Like, before I was playing this today, I was, what was I doing? I was playing Sky Odyssey, and I got to mid-game. I say mid-game because I was starting to automate things, starting to clear quests rather quickly. But the next stage was me having to create the things that you can't EMC. And when I got to that point, I wanted to switch it up because that's why I came up with my name. Is just that I never seem to stick to any one game to the end. It's very rare that I actually finish a game, as my past streams have shown people. But I do my best. Let's see, is there like a canteen or something? Leather! Oh, great. Okay, how do you get... Okay, I can cut up leather armor. And if I get sugar and rotten flesh, I can turn it to dried flesh, which I can turn to leather. Okay, that seems convoluted. Oh! Well, I've definitely played the Battlefield series. I think I tried playing the DayZ series, but then ended up accidentally getting the one that's like the knockoff. The one that had the lawsuit with the actual DayZ people. And I haven't actually played it, because I've been looking at trying to get the original DayZ, you know, the Arma mod. And then I looked at, in order to get all the stuff for Arma, is like $150 or $200. I was like, eh. And I was only doing it to sate curiosity. Yeah, I think a lot of people fell for the knockoff. That's probably why the lawsuit happened, and I didn't play it either. I know it's still attached to my Daybreak account because, or I think it was my Daybreak account. I don't remember. I just know it's still attached to my Steam account, and I keep seeing it and going, "Oh, that's DayZ," and I'm like, "Oh wait, no, it's not." Or going to my Steam page and going, "What the heck is Infection Stories? Where the heck did that come from?" And come to find out it was the knockoff that was been renamed or something. Yeah. So now I do a lot more research when I buy games, or I just wait until they release and then watch all the YouTube reviews before I touch it because of that and Fallout 76. And yeah, my favorite's Angry Joe. I love watching Angry Joe because he gives it to you real. Like, so far I have yet to disagree with him. So, you know, I wait till I get to see the review that he does to whether or not it's even worth it. Although, probably the next stream I do next week is probably going to be 7 Days to Die, because supposedly Alpha 18 is going to be coming out soon. It's Alpha 18, 7 Days to Die streaming weekend. My wife's like, "Why aren't you doing that?" And I'm like, I'm not a big enough streamer. I have maybe 30 people, and they don't consistently watch me. So, yeah, I try. Thank you for the loyalty. That is so awesome. Oh, I think I might need to take a quick break because I am starting to not feel good. I probably should eat something. Oh, thank you. Again, I appreciate the loyalty. It's like I'm probably going to be alternating between this and maybe Borderlands 3 until 7 Days to Die Alpha 18 is publicly available. And then I'm going to probably play that until I get bored and then move on. That's my thing. I very rarely stick to any one game, so apologies ahead of time. And it doesn't seem like I'm getting any iron off of this. Ooh, but gravel is actually a good thing because that means I can make a flint and steel. Sweet. I am going to kill this branch though and start a new one. I know it's boring, but my goal is to. I don't plan on. I don't want to venture out too far because if I do, I'm going to die. In this game, in RLCraft, from what I've watched and personally played, it is really, really beneficial to be super overly cautious. Kind of like that anime that just came out. I forget where I watched it on, either Hulu or Crunchyroll. It's about a guy who's like super powerful. It's like one of those teleported from Earth into a fantasy realm or video game kind of genre. And he's super powerful. What is it with the water? Okay, I need to figure out what's going on with the water. But even though he's super powerful, he's super cautious. So, like, it took him like 2 weeks to a month to even venture into the world while he's training himself. And, oh. Yeah, I'm turning right around. I think I need to make me some more ladders and go down farther. Oh man, have fun watching UFC 243. It's an anime. It's an anime. I don't plan on spending that much time in my hovel. Hovel is what I meant. No, it's supposed to be, funny how the guy is so super cautious that even though he is super powerful, he takes every precaution to enter that level 1 zone. But yeah, have fun watching UFC 243. I haven't watched UFC since 2008, 2009 was the last time I watched one. It's too much money for my tastes to watch a pay-per-view, and I'm not the kind of person to go out and watch it in a bar because energy. So yeah, I like watching them though. I used to be a combatives instructor for the military. Oh, I know. When I was getting my instructor training, they had a videotape, shows how old it was, of UFC 1 to show how much has changed since the original and how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu got on the market. And yeah, that was a fun day. Now, granted, that was around the same time as when I last saw a UFC match, and a lot has changed, and I am not physically able to even attempt some of the moves that I learned, but it's a fun time. Okay, what was I doing? I got distracted. I was mining. Oh yeah, ladders. I was gonna make more ladders so I can go down farther. Oh, really? I might have to watch it again, because that was fun to watch. Just how much Gracie just kicked everybody's butt. When it was still kind of bloody. Okay, well, okay, it's time to go down farther and see what I can do. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I bet you my youngest, if I showed that to my youngest, I'd probably have to start taking him to martial arts lessons. I've been trying to see about doing that for him, but I live in the boonies, so it's kind of difficult to find one that isn't all show in the middle of nowhere. My son is basically mini-me. If it's something that he shows any particular interest in, he will do it until he's bored, and then move on. But I've learned a lot of cool things over the years because of that. And I found that the plan that I had for myself earlier from going to college is not actually what I wanted to do. I am bored out of my skull. So my first year was culinary school, and I found that I'm too disabled to finish it. And because I got to the intern hours and just couldn't do it. I tried several jobs, didn't work out. And you gotta take your kid. I would if I could. It just depends on where it's being shown. If it's at a friend's house, most definitely. So I tried going to the computer track, to see if that's what I wanted, and I found that I was bored. Did not like it whatsoever. I know the stuff. I'm learning the stuff. It's just not the way I wanted. So since I like the creative side, even though I was cooking, I'm going to try a different section of the creative side, like drawing or vector design and stuff like that. And even if I find that it's not for me, I can always come back to streaming and I will have learned something that would benefit my streaming. Because while all of those people have like the formula down of what to do, I'm not that kind of person. It's like I might outsource some things, but a lot of the times I'm gonna do it myself and try to make it work. Like some of my favorite YouTubers don't even have all those fancy shenanigans, like Direwolf20 and Sobi Womble. It's like they really. Okay, but they don't have anything really fancy. They just kind of have their little formula and they stick with it. Oh, I was gonna do this. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'd be pretty poor too. I actually had something that kind of cost a pretty penny that my wife got me for anniversary, and I went to Dragon Con out in Atlanta, and that, oh my god, hurt me so bad, but it was so much fun. I got a signed book. I got one of my books signed by one of my favorite authors, Jim Butcher, and that was like awesome. He had blue hair. He was very Devil May Cry, very down to earth. It was fun. Dragon Con, it's like one of the biggest like nerd conventions on the East Coast of the United States, and people go. It's like Comic-Con, but it's in Atlanta, so they have to call it something else. And I saw George Takei, Garrett Wang from the Star Trek franchise, Jim Butcher for his books. I actually met one of my Kindle Unlimited authors just by sheer chance, and it was basically everybody's in costumes. If they're not in costumes, they're taking pictures of the people in costumes, and also it's an excuse for a bunch of people to be pretty much drunk for 5 days straight. I certainly was. Well, not 5 days. I managed 4 days before I was just hurting so bad I said screw it and went home. Yeah, it's a fun time. Man, I'm not finding anything. I'm having some bad luck with the ores. Well, it's an excuse for me. I was there and I got to be parentless, and I got to be kidless and wifeless for 5 days. So it was awesome. Although My wife has made it incredibly clear that if we ever go back, that was my one and only ticket to go alone. Because we're a big nerd family. And so next time I go, it's going to be with the whole family, and it's going to be just as fun, just not as drunk. Because, yeah, I saw all kinds of stuff that would appeal to my wife and my children, so it was awesome. It's just very, very crowded, and like some of the lines, like I wanted to go see David Tennant from the Doctor Who series, but I took one look at even the disabled line and went nope, and walked away, because it was bad. It was like thousands of people trying to get into one room. Well, I didn't say it would be, completely dry. I'm just saying I wouldn't be as drunk. There's a difference. It'd still be fun. It just won't be the same kind of adult fun. Because, like, this place was so packed that even though I had a room in the hotel of, like, 6 that was hosting this thing, it could sometimes take me an hour to get from the ground floor, whatever floor I was on, to my room. Because I couldn't take the stairs, because I was, like, on the 18th floor. And, what else? Oh, yeah, there's only, like, 3 elevators. And these elevators were jam-packed. Jam-packed so much that there were times where I couldn't actually physically fit in the elevator. And even when I got on the elevator, there were people who were still trying to force their way past me. So yeah, it was one of those grain of salt moments. Like, I've instructed my wife that if we ever go back, we are never getting a host hotel, which is what we call the ones that, have the con going on inside them. And I'm trying to get this up to level 8 so I can start mining with iron. Poke my head out to see if there's anything I can kill easily. Maybe I could go see if there's any cows nearby so I can make a canteen. Let me see if there is. There were lots of sheep, but not very many on the cow side. Oh, that looks terrifying. Ooh. Oh no, I need the food. Minecraft anniversary. Yeah, that was this year, and I've actually signed up for their AR program for the phones. But I haven't actually really taken a look at some of their products. What's my health looking at? Okay, cancel. I know. Oh, I need to make some bandages, otherwise I'm going to take one hit and die. Oh, I don't have enough string. Can I make string? I can make string! Oh, that's so bad, much better. Yeah, I haven't checked out the map that they were offering for the anniversary, but I did sign up for something. I just don't know what it was. Okay, put that away. Let's water myself. Oh, it's pushing me too far. Oh, that was a bad idea. There we go. Okie dokie. Trying to debate if I should go explore or if I should continue mining. I think I should build out a little deck so it's a little easier to find where I'm at. That way, if I get lost, I have a bit more of a larger landmark to find. Because what I really need is the ability to find my way back. That requires an atlas, and the atlas requires leather. At least one. I need, actually, the other reason why I need iron tools is because in order for me to make the atlas, I need redstone, and you can't get redstone unless you have iron tools and I think like 8 or higher of your mining ability. Oh. Oops. I had no idea that I was not paying attention, I guess. Okay. Should be enough to kind of give me some stuff to give it little aesthetic looks. Hey! Making it look like a deck. Oh, ow, I hurt my feet. Yeah, you can't have mods, and I'm going to quantify that as a yet. I think that they're going to eventually have mods, but I also think they're going to try and monetize them. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I suspect. I think the monetization stuff is getting out of hand, and that is going to be the trend for the future. Is that everybody's going to try and get money out of everybody. I'm surprised Microsoft hasn't tried to do it with the PC version yet. But I also think that if they tried, that they would have a really, really hard time explaining it to their user base. Let's see. Let's put that up here. Give it a little bit of a catcher, just to make sure things don't fall on my head. Ah, that's not what I wanted. It's like there are even items you can't even place with that skill. Like I can't place an anvil without like 8 in building. Okay, it's not time. Go to sleep, which also heals me to a certain extent. Okay, well I think I am going to take a small break. Why don't you go to UFC 243? You can catch the recording, but I'm going to take about a 10-minute break. Go because I need coffee. I need a cigarette. And so I shall be back. Sorry. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's a way to mute my mic. There is not. So I am just going to cut this stream and make a part 2 when I come back. See ya.